Greetings to all. Today we are celebrating 125th birth anniversary of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. On this occasion, I would like to speak about few things about Netaji Subhash as an inspiration to me and to many, and his relevance today. He had a wonderful environment right from his childhood, which influenced his thought and personality. He was highly influenced by the teachings of Swami Vivekananda and Ramakrishna Paramhans. He had the spirit and fervor of patriotism at home. He was son of a wealthy lawyer. If he wanted, he could have spent his life in luxury, but that was not to happen. That was not his option. He sacrificed luxury for country and masses only because his thought process was highly influenced. During that time, British were known to use offensive language for Indians, and the behavior was used to be very offensive for general Indians in public, and that he did not tolerate that. There have been many instances when he would express his intolerance for such behavior towards Indians. That all because of his thought process. As he grew up and joined politics, he was faced with favoritism within the party, but he handled that with grace. So he could feel during that point of time that there was not much respect for democracy. He was elected President of Indian National Congress, but there were few people within the party who did not like that. Subhash was a brilliant student. He went on to pass examination, Indian Civil Service, which used to be a very tough examination during British era. But he left that, resigned from ICS and joined National Movement. He was an excellent resource mobilizer. He went on to build Indian National Army with 45,000 soldiers, and which required a lot of other assets. He was a negotiator. He negotiated with Germans and Japanese in favor of India. And he did not have any background, military operations background, or any training related to defense or military operations. In spite of that, he raised Indian National Army and led that army successfully. He was a great leader. He believed in strategy and action together. If we listen to his speech today also, we'll find how involved he was in using words, in choosing words. His speech would influence everyone. Civil volunteers would join his army. Whoever would hear his speech at the point of time would join him. They would feel connected with his vision. He was a charismatic leader. There was a story that at one point in one incident, one very poor old lady came to donate some small coins, very small amount of money. So there were other commanders with him sitting there, and they were probably thinking that Subhash will not accept that from poor lady that amount matters more for that poor lady, and probably Subhash will not accept that, will return that. But Subhash accepted that donation also from that old lady, and that lady was very happy and she could donate whatever possession that she was having with her. Later on, commanders asked Subhash that this small amount is not going to make any difference in total collection. So what was the reason that this small amount was also taken from that old lady? Subhash said that had I returned this small amount, though this is small amount, had I returned it to her, she would have felt that she is not part of the movement. Whereas my thought is that this national movement, freedom fighting spirit, should be owned by every Indian. So that's why I could not make her feel that she is not part of it. That's why I had to take that. That was the thought. Today we really don't know there's a mystery about his death. We don't know how he died. So whatever is the reason of his death, one thing is very important which is coming up is that he was very clear about the purpose of his life. He was a highly spiritual person and he believed in action orientation to free our country. He did not believe in non-violent movement at that point of time, because he was very clear that British are not going to leave our country with non-violence. Well, that was his thought at that point of time. And Clement Attlee in 1955-56 said in one of the interviews that British had to leave India because of growing patriotism that was there because of INA, because of Indian National Army. And that was the contribution of Subhash Chandra Bose. And that was the impact of Subhash on British. He fulfilled his promise of unfurling Indian flag, tricolor, in Indian soil in 1943. He promised that by end of 43, Indian national flag will be unfurled on our soil. And he did it when he, with the help of Japanese, freed Andaman Nicobar Island from British. So, two things I would like to take out today as take home as we analyze and discuss and read time and again the life of Netaji Subhash. These two things are that, number one, today also we may face this kind of situation where merit is kept aside and favoritism is more powerful, whether we are working or in any part of our life maybe. So I believe that we should not be bothered about it. We should be focusing on our job, on our work, and on our merit. Because these are small things. If we keep on wasting our time thinking about biasness of others, thinking about favoritism that others do, probably we are wasting our time and energy. Rather, we should focus on bigger picture, bigger aim in life, and try to contribute towards that. That's in our hand. That's in our control. That's what he did. So he was elected as President of Indian National Congress, but as I said that there were few people who were not happy with that. That means they did not respect the tenets of democracy. And he felt very bad about it. But he did not spend his energy to fight with them. Rather, he left the place, left the position, and his purpose was very clear: to free India, to free our country. and he took different path. Second, we should be very clear about our purpose in life. We do earn money for self, for our family. At the same time, we should also ask this question: are we able to influence someone else's life? Are we able to bring some impact in someone else's life or not? Are we able to contribute for society or not in any way? So those are the questions. If we are able to answer, then probably we find more meaningful life, more meaningful purpose for our life. Thank you so much. I would like to sing few lines today. सरफरोशी की तमन्ना अब हमारे दिल में है, देखना है जोर कितना बाजुए कातिल में है। सरफरोशी की तमन्ना अब हमारे दिल में है। Thank you and Jai Hind. Namaskar.